All right, folks, today we're going to do a review of the 2016 Jeep, as you can see, Wrangler Rubicon. My son Richard Rush behind the camera. I am John Rush. So let's get into it. This particular vehicle, two-door. They make it in a two-door and a four-door model, and they make the Wrangler in a lot of different various forms. They've got the Sahara Edition. This happens to be the Hard Rock Edition. They've got the Willys Edition, and I could go on and on. There's a ton of different ones. Check it out on Jeep's website. This is the Hard Rock Edition. Again, two-door and four-door versions. Some of the things that separate this from the regular Jeep we'll get into. Let's just take a walk around and I'll explain it as we go around. This vehicle here, as it sits, $43,825. It does come with the removable, the removable end caps, I guess you could say, for the bumper, or if you want to go do some hardcore four-wheeling, you take these end caps off. Again, all of the harder core off-road vehicles that Jeep offers, the red tow hooks front and rear. It does have the domed hood on it with vents that actually do help for the heating and the cooling, I should say, of the engine when you're rock crawling. Things are going a little slower. This does end up having, on this particular edition, the 4-to-1 transfer case, Dana 44 front and rear. Also has locking differentials front and rear. The 4-to-1 gives you 73 1-to-1 crawl ratio, which again, that's why they've got the vented hood on it to let some more air in and out. Also, you notice the side rocker guards here for the body. Comes with oversized tires, mud terrains, I should say, on the BF Goodrich side of the fence. And Richard's showing you the spare tire here, which matches. And I believe they're 255 75 17s. This vehicle does come with the optional hardtop, which is an additional $1,600. This comes with a radio upgrade for $1,200. And it comes with the automatic transmission, which is about $1,350. And it comes standard with 373 axles. The 410 is an upgrade of about $700. So that's the pricing on this vehicle. Again, $43,825. You're getting the most capable off-road vehicle in its class, period. Now, some of you out there may object to that, but those are the facts. I've been in this industry for a very, very long time. This vehicle you can buy bone stock as is, exactly like it is, and do a lot of the trails that years ago you had to spend a lot of money on a Jeep upgrading to do that exact same trail now in stock form. So Jeep, you've done a great job. It is a great vehicle. And you know what? I made a mistake a minute ago. I said both the front and the rear extensions on the end were removable. It's just the front. So only the front extensions on the bumper come off, not front and rear. Sorry, I made a mistake. I can just notice that by looking back here. But it does come, this particular model, the Hard Rock, does come with the upgraded heavy-duty bumpers front and rear. And again, you can see the red tow hooks on the back. Lots of Easter eggs, they call it, on this vehicle. One of them, Richard, you could show real quick, the Jeep logo, or it's really not logo, but the Jeep itself right on the wheel. And you see those all throughout the vehicle. They call them Easter eggs. When you go look at one of these vehicles at the Jeep dealer, check those out. They're hidden all over the vehicle, and it's kind of a fun thing to actually look out and find them. Let's get right into the back of the vehicle as I'm back here. Nothing has changed here for 2016. You have to open the gate to open the lid. In the old days, it was opposite. You open the lid to open the gate. When they did all the recent upgrades to these, actually years ago they did the upgrades. Gate open first, that holds the top down. This top is completely removable. And this particular top two-door or four-door, you can remove just the two front panels, leave the rear roof on if you want to. And there's bags here. This bag comes with the vehicle. You can put those tops in the bag for storage in your garage, fold the seat down, which, by the way, all you do is flip the lever. Seat will fold down. Those seats have to go forward just a little bit, but they would fold down, and it tumbles up. So it actually gives you a little bit more carrying capacity here in the back. And this particular model does come with, I think there's what, Richard, I didn't look inside the bag, but there's a tow rope and some other accessories in here for four-wheeling. Not a lot of room back here. That's where the four-door model comes in handy. So you end up with actually, you know, not near as much room in the two-door as you would the four-door. And frankly, price is not a huge amount of difference. It really comes down to, do you want a four-door, do you want a two-door? The advantage to the two-doors, you're going to get into a lot tighter places four-wheeling than you will the four-door. Although, any of you out there that have done any four-wheeling at all, you'll notice that that four-door vehicle will go pretty much anywhere you need to go anyways. So the reality is, it's a two-door versus a four-door. I prefer the four-door, just personally. That's my choice, but you know what? You go out, drive them, and see what you think for yourself. Let's hop into the front. I'll show you the interior, then we'll take a quick drive. All right, folks, now in the front seat of the 2016 Jeep Rubicon, and this is the Hard Rock Edition. And again, as I said earlier, many editions of this vehicle from Sahara on. You can look at all the different versions. And really, you can buy a regular two-door Jeep depending upon how you equip it, in the low 20s. So really, they start in the low 20s, run all the way up to this vehicle being just above $40,000. I'm not going to hop in the back seat because, frankly, there's just not a lot of room back there. You could put 2 adults in the back. That's capable. But again, this is not a vehicle you're going to have adults riding in the back seat on a routine basis. This is made for, 2 people going camping, 4-wheeling, things along those lines. Fold the seat down or take it out for that matter. Have a lot more room in the back. Pull the top off, however you want to do that. In the old days, this is all we had. We had no 4-door. We got by with 2 doors. And you know what? Even as a family, myself, we had several of these throughout the years. And we'd put the kids in the back seat. We'd go out 4-wheeling. Sometimes they'd get wet because the bikini top wouldn't go all the way back, different things along those lines. And man, have we progressed as far as the interior creature comforts of a Jeep compared to where I started off with back in the day on an old CJ5. They have changed immensely from those days. So if you haven't gotten into a new Jeep recently, a new Jeep Wrangler, I should say, I would encourage you, get out, get inside of one. They are so much more sophisticated today than what they used to be. Full leather seats on this particular model, as you can see. They've got the Rubicon stitched into the back. They've done a good job on the interior. It's got good storage capabilities in here with the console. Richard's showing you the grab handle, glove box area over here. Full roll bar, of course. Sound system, sound bar behind me here. They've done a great job. Real quick, what are some of the negatives that I have on the interior? None. Interior-wise, it's way better than even the previous generation was. They've done a fantastic job. My only complaint, and we'll talk about this a little bit in the driving portion, is the radio audio nav system. In my opinion, it's antiquated. It needs upgraded into the newer Fiat Chrysler system that they have in virtually every other vehicle in their lineup. This is my one complaint with this vehicle. Would it keep me from buying it? If you look at all of the off-road capability this vehicle has and what it'll do there, probably wouldn't keep me from buying the vehicle. But Jeep, Chrysler, FCA, if you're listening, please get this upgraded. This is such old technology. To have Bluetooth and talk to it to connect to your phone, that's got to go. You got to get that handled and bring this into the new millennial that we all now live in as far as technology is concerned. So I tell you what, let's take a quick drive. I'll go through another few features of the 2016 Wrangler Hardtop. All right, going to take a drive now. Let me turn the AC down a little bit here. Take a drive now in the 2016 Jeep Wrangler Hardtop 2-door model. I've got Richard in the front seat because, frankly, there's just not enough room in the back seat to make that work. No sense in showing you a rear view camera because it, frankly, doesn't exist. So we'll go take a drive. This does have the automatic transmission, which I prefer the manual personally, but you can get this with the automatic. It is an upgrade. All of the switches, as I talked earlier about the locking differentials, sway bar disconnect, all of that, those are over here on the left-hand side. And you've got other things down here like seat heaters, which are added for this year, passenger and driver. Anti-slip is also here, and your crawl control is right there next to it. Mirror controls are here. All the rest of it is HVAC. One thing that's weird about Jeeps that you have to kind of get used to is to roll the windows up and down. They put the switches in the middle because you can take these doors off in the summertime or when it's nice out if you'd like. So to do that, they actually put the window switches here. There's a little disconnect. You pull the doors off, and away you go. So we'll take a quick drive. We could go out and do some 4-wheeling and so on, and one of these days we need to do a video of that, but there's enough video out to show you what this vehicle is capable of. One thing I will say, when they went to the 4-coil springs on the Wranglers years ago, boy, it sure made the ride quality much better than it used to be. Used to be you'd get in a Jeep and drive it, and it literally would just shake your teeth out. Not the case anymore. Even on this short wheelbase vehicle, you can drive this vehicle up to 70, 75 miles an hour. Keep it between the lines. It goes straight. It handles well. Takes corners fine. The vehicle actually works fantastic as far as that's concerned. And yet will go up any mountain you want to go up and take it on with really no additional modifications. Now you can if you want. There's tons of other products on the market, from lift kits to winches to performance upgrades. And the list really is endless when it comes to what you can do with a Jeep as far as the upgrades go aftermarket wise. But what I will tell you is this vehicle, bone stock, literally will do anything you want to do. And one thing I will say is they've done a great job on the interior comfort as far as driving, quietness. 75 miles an hour. Again, an old CJ5 at 75 miles an hour, you couldn't hear yourself talk inside of it, nonetheless talk to a passenger. This one, you can run Bluetooth, be on the phone, talk, no problem. So with that, I tell you what, just go check out this vehicle at your local Jeep dealer. That's the best way to experience, or talk to anybody that owns a Wrangler. You're going to find very few negative feedback when it comes to Wranglers, because they have a cult following, they work, they're a great off-road vehicle. They're really best in class for a reason, because they know how to build an off-road vehicle. So check one out at your local Jeep dealer. When you get there, tell them John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.